lemon zest, vegetable and chicken kebabs with quinoa. Starting off with cutting up our asparagus. So you're going to see I'm going to have some scallions and some cherry tomatoes as well. But just cutting off the ends of the asparagus right now. The ends of the asparagus I find to be a little too rough for my taste and a little bit more fibrous. But you can go ahead and chop the end off and cut it into thirds. Gonna bust out your skewers. You can do this on the grill or you want to do it in the oven. The choice is yours, my friend. On through the scallions. Getting that already. Again, kind of cutting it into thirds, sixes, whatever you want to call it. Just cut into even chunks where you want to put it on a kebab. Then you're just going to combine your cherry tomatoes, leave them whole, they're rinsed. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can use the chicken. You can get cut up chicken if you want already, but if you know me, I like to cut up my whole chicken. It tastes a lot better and you get more bang for your buck. So as you can see, I'm just kind of splitting in the chicken breast in half and just kind of cutting that into pieces where it'll fit on through the kebab and cook evenly. That's kind of what we want. We don't want thicker pieces versus smaller pieces. You want it to evenly cook with the vegetables. And again, I left the skin on mine just because I think it adds a lot better flavor. Go ahead and pepper that bad boy up and some sea salt. And then I'm just gonna kind of mix it together, set it aside, and make my marinade or dressing, oil, whatever you want to call it. Just get it all nice and mixed, blend it in. To start out this marinade, we're going to use 3/4 cup of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Next we're going to add in is the lemon zest. Now, you're going to need a grater on this one. And there's a little tip. Don't cut the lemon in half like I did, because you squeeze a little bit of the juice out while grating it. And it takes forever, so it's all right. It's not hard. Just collect the zest right after. But cutting it in half definitely made it a little bit more difficult. So keep it whole till now. Add in that zest to our olive oil. And then squeeze the lemon juice. We're going to use 1 lemon. And I like my juice unseeded. So I use this little contraption. Or you can use a strainer if you don't want to pick out the seeds, which typically just end up in there. And next, we're going to add a little cilantro to this. Just go ahead and mince it up. Go ahead and add it to the oil. Stir that bad boy up. And just a little touch of salt. And now the fun stuff begins. Pour half your oil on top of your veggies. You're gonna go ahead and mix those around. As you can see, I saved some. Just go ahead and mix those around. Make sure they're nice and even. And all the vegetables are coated with oil, lemon zest, lemon juice, and some cilantro. The other half is going to go onto my chicken. There's a reason I didn't blend this all together. I just don't like mixing my chicken and veggies together while I'm prepping. But you do you. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I like separating it and just doing it on the side. So you can see, just mixing it up, the chicken. Now the real fun begins, folks. Putting the kebabs on. And I sped this up very, very quickly because it was time consuming. I made like 4 kebabs out of veggies. And next is going to be the chicken. And if you have wooden skewers, I suggest soaking them in water for a little bit. You don't want any slivers of wood in your chicken or your vegetables. But I have steel ones. They're pretty simple. And next, we're tossing in the rinsed quinoa into a large saucepan, adding 2 cups of water. 1, 2. Turn that burner on to medium. Cool it down there. And while that's cooking up, I'm gonna go ahead and slice my jalapeno that I decided I'm gonna add last minute to the quinoa. Go ahead and mince that up real nice and fine. You don't want any chunks of jalapeno. You wanna blend it in the flavor with the quinoa. And as you can see, my quinoa is just cooking away, occasionally stirring. Give it about 20 minutes and it'll look like this, nice and fluffy. Gotta love a good quinoa. Gonna toss that jalapeno in there, a little bit of salt. Let me go mix it up. And now we're going straight to the plates. After the kebabs are cooked, I'm gonna go plate my quinoa. Gonna make it look pretty for all of you, of course. And then here come the veggies, just sliding off. Look at them. And then the chicken. Oh, I hope you enjoy this.